welcome back to the channel, guys. It's hot as hell out today, but another beautiful Camaro standing behind me. A local customer from Texas, Mr. Jeff Wright, previous customer. I think it was a year ago, I believe. We built him an 800 horsepower package on his 23 ZL1 Camaro. He's back now to add a little bit more power, but mainly to make it more durable. So we got a complete long block 416 cubic inch motor to stick in this thing now with the stock supercharger on it. We added complete low side fuel system and a flex fuel sensor to give us that extra horsepower. So it went from, let's say, I think it was 690 rear wheel horsepower on pump gas to now we're at 750 rear wheel horsepower on E85. Again, he's a customer that is going to beat the living crap out of this car, so he wants it durable. One of the reasons why for the 416, also for future reference, when he goes to put a 2650 on it, he already has the power plant ready to turn the boost all the way up. So again, guys, he's going to go abuse the hell of this car when he gets it back. I'm going to go do that right now and take you along for the ride.
From horsepower gains to custom enhancement, we deliver results. Late Model Racecraft. We talkin' or we racing?
Just completed our 850 horsepower flex package. So this car can run on 93 octane or on E85. I think dyno numbers were 690, I think almost 700 on 93 octane, and on E85 it's around 750 rear wheel horsepower. Again, this is just like our 800 horsepower package with the addition of a little bit more fuel system to allow us to run E85 in it. And obviously we have a P3 gauge here for him so he can see his ethanol content while he's driving. I am gonna street log it for the first time, make some rips. I need to check, as always, our shift points, because Jeff is the kind of customer that will use this vehicle. This car will not sit in a garage. The license plate says farm use for a reason. He's not scared to drive it down a little dirt road by where he lives, pull out and rip this thing through 6th gear like it's nothing. So as always, I want to make sure the shift points are money in manual mode, so it'll auto upshift by itself, as well as make sure the tune is on point, make sure the fuel system is good to run it on. We dynoed it, I think, on E70% is usually what we keep in-house. The gas station I went to obviously was less, and we're at like 62%. Usually summer blends for E85, the content is a little bit lower at the pumps than like winter blends, but still 62%. The way we tune these cars, usually if we can get 60%, 55 to 60% or higher, it'll still make the horsepower it needs to and still be safe and reliable. So he is on a street tire right now, so I can't go crazy and do 2nd gear like I want to test a 2-3 shift. Or maybe I can, but I'm gonna leave traction control on it first, and we're gonna do a 3rd gear pull, test the shift points, look over the logs, and then we will go from there. It is hot as shit out today, so I'm also watching air temps, which sitting here at stop, they rise quite a bit, and then we will see them drop as we start to drive, and then during the pull they should rise again. But obviously on cooler days, these things will run a lot quicker with colder intake air temps. But she idles good. On the 85, fuel trims are looking good. So as far as drivability goes, it seems good. I drove it earlier, I just wasn't logging it. Now we are going to, I'm gonna put it in manual mode, like I know he does when someone pulls up next to him to make a pull. Make sure I'm recording, I always forget. So yeah, I'm gonna leave traction control on. Let's do third, we'll go low RPM so it doesn't spin too bad. Say we'll do third so it doesn't spin so bad, and traction control on, and yet it still spun its ass off. Third gear, grab fourth, it felt like it finally started to hook up and go. Holy shit, this thing feels great. Jeff definitely put a tire on the back of this thing, because I know he's gonna do what I just did, but in lower gears. So I'll pull over, I'll look over the logs, and I'll kind of go over it with y'all what I'm looking at as well. But that felt freaking great. If he puts a Toyo on the back of it, it'll be completely different. I'll look and see this. I did a 60 to 130 time on it. It's obviously not gonna be the greatest in this weather, and it's spinning as bad as it did, but it should still be good compared to most cars out there on the road today. So let me pull over here. My other spot looks taken over there. This car does have Corsa on it, so it is very loud, but it does have a dual mode, so on the highway, if he wants to close it, he still can. But Jeff's the kind of guy, he's gonna leave it open all the time. It sounds very loud. I like the way it sounds. If you want that loud sound, Corsa, in my opinion, is the way to go. It sounds awesome with these mufflers on it. On the dyno, it was screaming and killing my ears. But let's look over some logs. Let's see what we got. Yeah, still went a 6.4, 60 to 130, spinning its ass off. So I was predicting a low 6. So if it hooks up, it'll go low 6. You know, ported blower setups can run, you know, mid 5s, high 5s. So a setup like this, I think with a tire on it, it could probably go a high 5. But a low 6 in this heat is pretty good. I'll take it with 2,500 feet DA. So what I do, I always go back, save my log here. So what you can see here, guys, this is the white line is timing. I don't have the air fuel hooked up. I did obviously on the dyno in the exhaust, but we don't have air fuel, but you can see the narrow bands are here. But so when we stab it, you can see torque management come in pretty hard above 60 miles per hour. So that's what's slowing us down with the spinning. And you can see the speed, how it jumps up real quick and then kind of lays over. Green is speed. You can see it jump up real quick, and then it kind of lays over about right here, and then it takes off. So top of third gear, it was hooked up. You can see our shift point almost right where I want it, 6,700. Next shift point, right at 6,700 on the money, and then later on 6,700. That looks great. So yes, I'm always looking at shift points first, just because we do so many of these things. I want to make sure we dial them in, and then obviously timing as well. That is a lot of timing, most people might think, but with E85 in it, we're at 62% ethanol right now. It is nice and safe. And I know I can't show you all the air-fuel ratio, but looking at the narrow bands, I can tell you right now it's got plenty of fuel in it, and our high pressure fuel system is good, and our low pressure fuel system is good. Y'all can see as soon as I stab it, fuel system goes from, let's see, go back to cruising. You see fuel pressure's at 60. As soon as we make boost, you can see it jump to 80, and our low side holds 80 the whole time. And then which lets our rail pressure, our mechanical pressure, hold, 2,800 to 3,000 PSI. Every car is a little bit different, guys. I set the high pressure depending on the injector to make the injectors happy. I adjust the high side pressure accordingly. But that right there is a beautiful log. I normally don't share this with most people, let alone the internet, but Jason wanted me to log it and kind of show you guys what I'm talking about behind the camera when I'm looking at this stuff. And as y'all can see, there's a lot going on here, including I brought up intake air temps earlier. So if we come back here, when sitting there at that stoplight, you can see it kind of getting hot. You can see that one's at 170, 174, 171. We start driving it, it cools back off to 144, 160, and then as we make the pull, by the top of the pull, we're at 165, 178. And on a 1.7 liter blower, we're not spinning this one that hard. Those numbers are right on par for as hot as it is outside. So let's see here. Let's see if I can share with y'all even more info. So here you go. Because of the heat and the IITs, y'all can see I have it pulling out 1.5 degrees and almost 0.2 in coolant. So just for safety reasons, in case it does get really, really hot, it'll keep pulling timing to keep this thing safe and reliable. Again, I hope I didn't bore y'all to death with all that, but everything looks good on this car. So I'm going to probably make 1-2 more little pulls, check drivability driving back to the shop, and then we'll get this cleaned up and ready for Jeff to either come and pick it up. He is in Texas, so he's only an hour or two away from us, so he's gonna come pick this thing up and drive it home. But those of you ZL1 owners out there that have any questions on one of our packages, go to our website, fill out an inquiry, and one of our sales staff will be glad to get you taken care of. Until next time, guys. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Give it a like if you liked it so far. And please turn on bell notifications for future content, as we have cool stuff in the pipeline that you're going to want to see. And as always, please comment below.